Bears Nation, the backfield situation in Chicago, just took a dramatic turn that nobody saw coming at the start of this season, and the implications of what's unfolding right now could reshape our offensive identity for years to come. Welcome back to Bears News Fan Report, your go-to source for everything Chicago Bears, where I bring you the latest updates, insider perspectives, and deep dive analysis on our beloved franchise every single day. Today, I'm breaking down a developing story that has the entire fan base divided, a situation that's forcing the coaching staff to make some serious decisions about our running back rotation, and a scenario that could result in one of our biggest off-season investments watching from the sidelines while a seventh-round rookie takes over the backfield. This isn't speculation or clickbait. This is a real conversation happening right now within Halas Hall, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why this decision matters so much for our playoff push and our future as a franchise. Stay with me because what I'm about to reveal has Bears Nation buzzing with excitement and anticipation. Let me start by painting the picture of where we are as a team right now, because context is absolutely crucial to understanding the magnitude of this situation. The Chicago Bears are rolling on offense in ways we haven't seen in years, and a massive part of that success has been our rushing attack. Under Ben Johnson's offensive scheme, we've become one of the most productive ground games in the entire NFL. After 12 weeks of the season, our rushing attack ranks second in the league with 142.3 yards per game. That's not just good, that's elite, and it's a testament to the offensive line's improvement, the scheme's effectiveness, and the talent we have in the backfield. But here's where things get interesting, and this is what I need you to pay attention to because it's the foundation of everything I'm about to discuss. Our success running the football hasn't come from where most people expected it to come from at the beginning of the season. If you remember back to the offseason, there was significant discussion among Bears Nation about whether we needed to invest premium draft capital in a running back. Names like Ashton Jeanty and Tre'Veyon Henderson were being thrown around as potential first or second-round picks who could transform our backfield and give us that dynamic playmaker we've been searching for. The front office ultimately decided to go in a different direction, choosing not to use a day 1 or day 2 pick on a running back. Instead, Ryan Poles waited until the 7th round to select a running back out of Rutgers, a player who most draft analysts had flying completely under the radar. That player is Kyle Monangai, and what he's done over the past 12 weeks has been nothing short of remarkable. We're talking about a 7th-round pick who's outperforming expectations, who's showing the kind of efficiency and explosiveness that has coaches and fans alike wondering if we might have found a diamond in the rough. Now, to fully appreciate what's happening with Monangai, we need to talk about the player who was supposed to be our featured back this season. Last offseason, Ryan Poles made a significant investment in the running back position by signing DeAndre Swift to a 3-year, $24 million contract. Swift came to Chicago with an impressive pedigree, having been a second-round pick out of Georgia who showed flashes of brilliance during his time with the Detroit Lions and Philadelphia Eagles. The expectation was clear. Swift would be our workhorse back, the guy who could handle 20-plus carries per game, contribute in the passing game, and be the centerpiece of our ground attack. And, to Swift's credit, he's been productive this season. Through 12 weeks, he's carried the ball 142 times for 649 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Those are solid numbers that most teams would be happy with from their starting running back. Swift has done what was asked of him for the most part, providing steady production and being available week after week. But here's the thing that's causing all the discussion right now. Kyle Monangai has been even better. Let me give you Monangai's numbers so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The rookie 7th-rounder has 99 carries for 461 yards and 4 touchdowns entering Week 13. But the stat that really jumps off the page is his yards per carry average, 4.7. That might not seem like a huge difference compared to Swift's 4.6, but in the NFL, that extra tenth of a yard per carry adds up significantly over the course of a season. It represents explosiveness. It represents the ability to turn short gains into medium gains and medium gains into big plays. And it represents exactly the kind of efficiency that Ben Johnson wants from his running backs. The situation reached a tipping point in Week 12 when the Bears faced the Pittsburgh Steelers in a crucial divisional matchup. This was a game where we needed our running game to control the clock, keep the Steelers' offense off the field, and establish physical dominance at the line of scrimmage. Swift started the game as expected, but his performance was concerning, to say the least. He carried the ball 8 times for only 15 yards, and to make matters worse, he fumbled the football, putting our offense in a difficult position. Those are the kinds of mistakes that can cost you games against quality opponents, and it's the kind of performance that makes coaches start questioning their depth chart decisions. Meanwhile, Kyle Monangai came in and absolutely outplayed Swift by a significant margin. He ran with power, vision, and determination, consistently falling forward for extra yards, making defenders miss in space, and showing the kind of burst through the hole that gets offensive coordinators excited. The contrast between the two performances was stark, and it didn't go unnoticed by anyone watching the game, including the coaching staff, the front office, and most importantly, Bears Nation. After that game, questions started circulating throughout the fan base about whether it was time to make a change at the running back position. Should Kyle Monangai be elevated to RB1 status? Should DeAndre Swift's role be reduced? How should Ben Johnson handle the backfield rotation moving forward? These aren't easy questions, especially when you're talking about potentially benching a player who's making significant money and was brought in specifically to be your starter. But the NFL is a performance-based business, and if a 7th-round rookie is outperforming your $24 million free agent signing, you have to at least consider making adjustments. I decided to poll Bears Nation to get a sense of how fans are feeling about this situation, and the results were absolutely overwhelming. When asked whether Kyle Monangai should take over as the Bears' RB1 for the rest of the season, the response was decisive. The vast majority of fans want to see Monangai get the bulk of the carries moving forward. They want to see what this kid can do with a full workload. They want to see if he can maintain his efficiency with increased volume, and they believe he gives us the best chance to win games down the stretch as we push for a playoff spot. Now, I want to be clear about something because I think it's important to be fair to DeAndre Swift. This isn't about him being a bad player or a bust signing. Swift has been a solid contributor this season, and there's value in having a veteran presence in the backfield who knows how to pass protect, who understands root concepts in the passing game, and who can be reliable in short yardage situations. But the reality is that Kyle Monangai has shown he might be something special, and when you have a young player performing at this level, you have to give him opportunities to continue developing and proving himself. The timing of this situation is particularly interesting because we're heading into the most critical stretch of our season. Every game matters at this point, and the decisions we make about our roster and playing time distribution could be the difference between making the playoffs and watching from home in January. Ben Johnson and the coaching staff have to weigh multiple factors. Do they stick with the veteran who has more experience but has been less efficient? Do they ride the hot hand with the rookie who's been more explosive but has a smaller sample size? Do they implement a true committee approach where both backs get significant touches based on game situation and matchup? From my perspective, and I think most of Bears Nation agrees with this, Kyle Monangai has earned the right to be the primary ball carrier moving forward. His production speaks for itself. His efficiency is exactly what this offense needs, and his emergence gives us a legitimate weapon in the backfield that defenses have to account for. That doesn't mean DeAndre Swift should be completely phased out, but it does mean that Monangai should be getting the first crack at carries, should be on the field for the most important situations, and should be given the opportunity to show he can handle a featured role. There is also a broader organizational consideration here that goes beyond just this season. If Kyle Monangai continues to perform at this level, we might have found our running back of the future in the 7th round, which would be an absolute home run for Ryan Poles and the scouting department. That would allow us to allocate resources to other positions of need in future off-seasons, would give us cost-controlled production at the running back position for years to come, and would validate the strategy of not investing premium draft capital at a position where you can find value later in the draft. The Eagles game coming up in Week 13 will be a crucial test for how the coaching staff handles this situation. Philadelphia has a formidable defense that's been excellent against the run this season, so this will be a real challenge for whoever gets the bulk of the carries. My expectation is that we'll see a committee approach to start the game, but if Monangai is running effectively, I think Ben Johnson will ride him as the primary back. That's what good coaches do. They put their best players in position to succeed, and they adjust based on what's working in real time. Now I want to hear from you, Bears Nation. Do you think Kyle Monangai should be the starting running back for the rest of the season? Should DeAndre Swift's role be significantly reduced, or do you believe there's value in maintaining a balanced committee approach? How do you feel about a 7th-round rookie potentially taking over for a $24 million free agent signing? And looking ahead to next season, do you see Monangai as our long-term answer at running back? Or do you still think we should invest in the position through the draft or free agency? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I genuinely want to know how you're feeling about this backfield situation. In conclusion, the emergence of Kyle Monangai as a legitimate playmaker in our backfield is one of the most exciting developments of this season. Whether he fully takes over the RB1 role or continues to split time with DeAndre Swift, his production and efficiency have given this offense another dimension that makes us more dangerous and more difficult to defend. The coaching staff has some important decisions to make about how to manage this situation, but one thing is clear. Bears Nation has spoken, and they want to see more of number 32 carrying the football. I'm optimistic about what this means for our offense moving forward, and I believe we have the pieces in place to make a serious playoff push. If you want to stay locked in on all the latest Bears news, roster updates, and in-depth analysis, make sure you're subscribed to Bears News Fan Report. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and smash that like button if this breakdown gave you valuable insights. We're here every single day bringing you the content you need to stay informed and engaged with everything happening in Chicago. Thanks for watching, and as always, Bear down!